We have 5 minutes for bell work. Please write it down in your journals. Okay, class. So, what are the two conditional blocks we talked about yesterday?
If and if else.
Yeah, that's right. If and if else. That's good. So, these are the two blocks you use to put conditions in your program. So, today we will talk about Boolean functions. Does anybody know what is Boolean?
True or false?
Yeah, true or false. Exactly, that's right. So let's write down in our journals what are we going to learn today. We will learn how to define and identify Boolean expressions and operators, how to evaluate those expressions, and utilizing them to create finally compound statements. So we already covered what is a Boolean. It's an expression that evaluates to either true or false, right? So let's see how do we use it in Snap. So in Snap, you will see some of the blocks that are having 6 sides, something like this. And this is not the exclusive list. There are a lot more blocks in Snap which look like this. So any block that has 6 sides is going to be a block that would evaluate to a Boolean result. Okay, so that means, what it means is that whatever that expression in that block is, it will always evaluate to either true or false. That will be the result of that block. Okay, so you all know we have 3 operators that Boolean operators that we generally use. Is everybody familiar with these, and or not, or are they new to anybody? Okay, let's try and test it. So for and expressions, I can't probably hide it. Maybe, yeah. Okay. So can anybody tell me what will be and result of expression A and B? If I have true and false, what will be A and B? Anybody? So if I have one expression A as true and another expression B as false, what will be A and B?
That's true. But you already read false true?
False or true? One of them. What will be the result of A and B? For the first
False.
one.
False.
Yeah, that's right. False. Why is it false?
This is the last one selected.
It's the last one selected. Okay, so what will happen in false and true?
True.
It should be true?
Yeah.
No, it won't be true. Consider false as 0 and true as 1. And what AND expression does is it multiplies both of them. So if you multiply true as 1 with false as 0, 1 multiplied by 0 is 0, right?
Yeah.
So the same way, if it is false multiplied by true, will the result change?
No.
No, so it will still remain false. What will happen in the case of false and false? 0 multiplied by 0.
False.
0. And that will be false. And in the case of true and true, when it is 1 multiplied by 1,
True.
it will be true. Yeah. So when you are using AND operator, only it turns out to be true only when all the parties involved are true. If the expression has any expression that is false and that has an AND clause, it will evaluate to false because false is equal to 0. Okay? So take an real life example of AND. If I say I need chocolate and strawberry, and I have chocolate and I do not have strawberry, will what I'm asking for will be provided? Will I get chocolate and strawberry?
No.
No, because the chocolate one, the person has chocolate. It is true. but strawberry is not there, so it's false. I can't get chocolate and strawberry. When can I get chocolate and strawberry? When I have both of them available, right? So in the same way, or will turn out to be, take the same expression. If I ask for, I need chocolate or strawberry, and if the person has only one of them, will what I'm asking for will be true?
No.
No. Why do you say so? If I'm asking for, hey, give me either chocolate or strawberry, and if the person has chocolate, will I get what I want?
No. Yes.
Yes, I will get. Because I'm asking for either or. I'm not saying chocolate and strawberry. So when I say and, that means I need both of them. I need both of them to be true, both of them to be available. And when I'm just asking for chocolate or strawberry, I just need one of them. If I have both, hey, well and good, I'm lucky. But if I have one of them, very good. Whatever I wanted, I just got it, right? So in that case, consider that I had chocolate and not strawberry. Would chocolate or strawberry be true?
Yeah.
Yes, it will be true in the case of first case. So you see the difference between and or?
Yeah. Is it fair?
Yes.
Okay. And if I say I do not have chocolate but I have strawberry, will I get what I wanted?
No.
No.
I do not have chocolate but strawberry. I do have strawberry. So will I get chocolate or strawberry? Either of them?
Yes.
Yes. That will turn out to be true. So see the result. Had I asked for chocolate and strawberry, I would not have got what I wanted. So that's why it is and it's false. But if I would have asked chocolate or strawberry, I would have got it. That would have been true. Is it making sense or is anybody confused about it?
I think we're good.
Okay, cool. And for if the person has nothing of them, either case, if I say, hey, I want chocolate and strawberry or chocolate or strawberry, the person has nothing to give. So it will eventually turn out to be false, right? And if the person has both of them available, I can get either of them or both of them. So it will be true. Any confusion on this? Let's do another example. Let's take it as football or rugby. If I have tickets for both and the person says football and rugby, I want to see both. Will the person be granted?
Yes.
And if I say I want to see football or rugby, but the person has tickets for both, would the wish be granted?
Yes.
True. That is the case of both truths. But if I say, hey, I have just football tickets and somebody asks me, I want to see both football and rugby, will the person's wish be granted?
No.
No. So that will be this first case. The operator we talked about is not operator, and this simply is saying whatever the expression is, either I say true or false, it's just a reverse of that. If I have true, not of true is false, and if I have false, not of false is true. So simply just reversing that operator. Okay, so let's see, I have this 2 less than 5 operator, and you can see this is a 6-sided operator, right? So in this one, what will it evaluate to? It should evaluate to Boolean expression, true or false?
True.
Yes, that's right, true. What about 3 is equal to 4? False. Okay, and why is it giving true and false result and not something else? Why is it not making 3 equal to 4 or something else? Because it's a 6-sided operator, and what this results is, this block results only true or false only. It doesn't do anything else. It will return a true or false value. What will happen in this case?
So it's true and not false.
True and not false. What should it result to?
True.
Why true? Can anybody explain that?
Because not false is true, but true and true. True.
Absolutely, that's right. Perfect. Yeah. So in this one, you can see actually I've added multiple six-sided blocks, right? So I had this bigger six-sided block, which was one operator and this, and then I added not of something, and then I added false in it, right? So it has too many blocks in it. And when you have blocks inside blocks, you call them nested operators, okay? Like you had to firstly evaluate not of false and then see what the bigger picture is coming out to be, that turns out to be true, and then evaluate it. When you add blocks into blocks, they are called nested operators. And then finally, can anybody evaluate this one? What should this result to?
True.
True. Why so?
Because both expressions are true.
And true or true is true. So you're right, absolutely right. This will evaluate to true. Why? Because 2 is less than 4. This is going to return as true. And when you get the 6 is greater than 3, it's going to return as true. And true or true is going to be true. Anybody has any confusion around it?
Any question? Good.
Perfect. Okay.
Good.
So in the operators block, you will see these Boolean expressions. You have these six-sided blocks that will return true or false. You have these blocks. But do you see anything for less than equal to or greater than equal to? No. So how do we implement that? Let's say I have to say 2 less than less than equal to 4. How do I say that?
Here's how we could say 2 is less than or equal to 4.
Any ideas? How do I build that less than equal to relationship?
Yes. 2 is less than 4 and 2 is equal to 4.
Yes, absolutely right. So how will we do that? So we will pick up the AND operator block, and then we make it as insert with the first one as less than and the second one with equal to. And in this case, we want to evaluate 2 and 4. So we will just write it as 2 and 4 in both. And this will evaluate whether 2 is less than equal to 4. Okay? Let's jump to the next thing. Now you guys are ready. We have a lab to do today, which is triangle, is it possible? So what you're supposed to do in that is, please open your canvas. In that I have 2.4 triangle, is it possible? So this is a short assignment. What you have to do is just ask the person, first of all, give me the length of 3 sides of triangle. So let's say I ask Mr. Kondo, Mr. Kondo, give me 3 sides of the length of 3 sides of triangle.
80, 50,
Yeah.
80.
And sorry, what's the last one?
80.
80. Okay. So do you guys think that there is a triangle possible with the length of 80, 50 and 80?
Yeah.
Why do you say so?
Vibrant.
Because it's an isosceles triangle.
Isosceles triangle, yes. But if I would have given you 10, 20 and 50, is the triangle possible?
Yes. Is it still 3 sides?
So let's try to draw something here real quick. So let's say I draw, this is 50, and you can say approximately 10 would be this much. 10 would be this much. If I say 20, how long would be 20? If I, let's say, start drawing 20 from this, how far can I reach?
There.
A little more.
Little more?
There.
Is that enough? But it's not reaching at a point where they can join, right? So is it making a triangle? Will it ever be, will I be ever able to join these two sides? I can just overlap them with this side. I can move them here, but that also won't help, right? That will just make a line. So there is a rule actually, how you can identify whether, if I give you the length of the sides, whether the side is a triangle, whether it can form a triangle or not. And what that rule is that once you have a triangle, so if you have this triangle, the sum of two sides should always be greater than the third side, right? In this case, 10 and 20 is still coming out to be less than 15. So what is happening is it's overlapping. It's actually becoming a line in itself, and it's not forming a triangle. So it always should be, let's take an example where it is equal as well. Let's say if I increase, if I make in this 50 case, let's say this is 50, and I extend this line to be 20 and this line to be 30. In this case, they'll never be able to reach at the top. What will happen is they can join here. These two lines, when I make them flat, they will be able to join on the line because 20 plus 30 is 50, but they'll never be able to rise up the angle. Getting what I'm saying? Why it should be always greater than the sum? The sum should be greater than the third side?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the rule. So you have to see that all the three pairs, first side plus second side should be greater than the third side. Second side plus third side should be greater than the first side. Third side plus first side should be greater than the second side. And you have to test all three pairs. If A and A, B, C are the three sides of triangle, A plus B is greater than C, A plus C is greater than B, and B plus C is greater than A. Sorry, this formatting is messed up. I'll fix this after this class. So that's how you validate whether a triangle is possible or not. So what are you going to do in the program is you're going to ask the user, prompt for three sides, ask him, hey, give me the length of three sides that you think you want to draw, and based on these three formulas, A plus B is greater than C, A plus C is greater than B, and B plus C is greater than A. Test whether those three sides can form a triangle or not, and then tell the user, hey, you input the correct side or this triangle is not possible. Okay? Any idea on how do I remove this redundancy? So to me, we are writing this like 3 times the same thing, right? Is there any way we can make this program efficient?
Okay, so this code, so how, instead of having all that code, what do we do to have less blocks? What's that? Repeat? Say it real loud.
Repeat.
Repeat? So you're saying we repeat what?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't catch. What are you saying? What should we repeat?
Oh.
Steph is saying we should use repeats.
We should not do the repeats, yeah, but how should we improve this? How should we remove these repeats? Oh, you're saying we should use repeat block. How do we use that? So if I say repeat this 3 times.
So you think we should use that step or not?
No, because it wouldn't work out because that's two.
You have to have 3 different sets of variables.
Steph corrected herself. She said that no, it wouldn't work because they're not the same steps.
Okay. So think in the concept of Boolean expression that we learned today. Is there any way we can use those to condense these 3 statements into 1 or 2?
What do you see a way that we can condense it?
I don't think so.
Yep.
Good idea? What's that, Angel?
Or block.
Angel says we could use the OR block.
OR block. Do we really want OR block? What do we want? We want to evaluate these 3 expressions, right? So if we evaluate these three expressions and we want all three of them to be true, all three of them to be successful, we don't want to miss any one of them, because if we miss even one of them, a triangle is not there. So should we use OR block or AND block? AND block. Is that clear, or is there a confusion between OR and AND? Why should we use that in this case especially?
You guys understand why you should use or instead of and?
Oh, sorry. Why I'm saying we should use AND instead of OR?
You guys understand that? So they're all true? Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So what we do is we put this expression in one block, and let's copy this, and we put this expression in the second block. What do we do about the third one? Any ideas?
You put it in the other.
Sorry, put it what?
Like put the what's it called? The one that you have right now. You put it on the side of a new AND block, and then put the.
So I have the AND. So you're suggesting I put this in an AND block
Yeah.
and then use the third one? That's right. So if we do that, what we need to do is we just need to copy this one last block. Sorry. If else, and we remove this statement. Instead of that, we just insert it. And once we have this block, it's exactly same as all these three blocks. So we can replace these three blocks with just this one block. Okay? Is everybody clear how we can use these?
Yes.
And make our program smaller?